Hello, I'm Eric Standop, founder of the Face Reading Academy. You may ask yourself, what is face reading? Face reading is an ancient technique, an art, and becomes more and more a science. You may know about body language, but there is also a face language. And face language is all about the vocabulary that a face is offering you to detect people, to get to know people better, but even more to get yourself to know better. What kind of vocabulary do we find in a face? Anything that is written in a face is of importance. The zits, the dots, the wrinkles, the lines, eyes, nose, mouth, hair, but of course also the micro expression of a face. Those are vocabularies of the face, and they can deliver deep wisdom, knowledge, a good advice for yourself and for your life. Depending on what my client wants to know, I take a look on the different type of vocabulary. So I give advice on, for example, health, nutrition, the love and relationship, personality, including talents, the character of a person, but also things like path of life, some would call it destiny, or life purpose. And there is even a lot more that is available in a face. In a typical consultation, in a session with me, I usually ask the client, what chapter do you want me to read? Because a face is a book with 600 pages, and to read all of them, it would take up to 6 hours. But a session with me is more about 60 to 80 minutes, and we can read the different chapters of your face according of your interest. So if I would like to know more about your health, I would look for the vocabulary that is related to it. For example, coloration, discoloration, swelling, glam, shade. That is more important when it comes to health. So face reading is a lot about self-enrichment, self-development. You get a greater understanding of yourself. But is there also a pragmatic approach to the face in terms of how can it really help me in a daily life, in what we're involved in right now? The advice of face reading can be very practical, very pragmatic. For example, we have a female 22-year-old. She wants to study, but she's not really sure what to study. By exploring her face, we find out about her talents. And the talents will guide us to the best course to study. And that will definitely make her happy. Let's say you have the talent of communication. That can be seen on the mouth, for example. And you have a talent for being a justice-loving personality. So it makes a lot of sense that you become a lawyer and that you do not study medicine. That is, for example, visible in the face. Or let's say I have a client who has problems with diets, with the nutrition. She tried out lots of things over the years and nothing really worked for a long term. So when you look in a face, you see problems of the metabolism, or you might see mineral deficiency. And based on that, you get the advice for the right nutrition for your life. That might change over the years, but right now, this is the best advice. So for example, avoid carbohydrates, or avoid fat, or avoid sometimes even protein. Could be. The third thing that might be a good example is when someone comes to you and has a problem with love life. Well, I know that's a big variety, but problems in love life is very often a thing of relationships. So people come with a picture and ask, hey, is this person the right one for me? Sometimes we can even say that. It's not only based on how someone looks like and if that fits my look, it's more like what kind of personality do we see here and what kind of personality do you have? Also, sometimes couples visit me and ask for advice in terms of love life. So, are we still on the right track? What can we do to improve our love life? What is the right way to live our relationship? Face reading has answers for that as well. People ask me, Eric, why and how is face reading working? Is it not just guessing? No, of course not. There is a reason why face reading works. And the reason is that our face is connected by the nervous system with all parts of your body. So for example, we have the optical nerve or the facial nerve that connects the face with your brain. So anything you feel, anything you think about, whatever you compare, whatever you visualize is also available in your face. You only have to know the vocabulary. Also, your organs are connected with your face via the nervous system. And therefore we can detect the face in terms of health as well. Ancient doctors detected the face because there was no blood test or screening to find out what's going on inside this person. But anything that's happening inside is visible outside via the face. Now you know what face reading is and what it means. I want to give you a little bit of an insight with the help of 3 clips that I did in Hong Kong. Enjoy.
So the face shape of yours is a mix. Chinese people gave the shapes of the faces names 3,000 years ago. The mix of your face is the mix of a jade face and a fire face. So you're a fiery jade, we could say. So what can be said about those personalities? Fire face are people who love people but want to be loved by the people as well. They give a lot for awareness. They are motivated and inspire, and they want to do that with others as well. We see a third part, a third aspect, that is the so-called rabbit face. So you also have a little bit of a rabbit. I found that very late in your face because the rabbit face is very often a mix of jade and fire, but not always. And you can only find out by the way a person laughs and smiles. You show teeth when you smile and you show gums when you smile. When you show gums, it's telling me you give more than most of the people. So you have the belief system of a giver.
Were you briefed at all to know what I actually do?
No, I have
before?
a picture of yours.
You just have a picture of
Yeah.
me? So you have no idea what I do?
My head was a little bit doubting because the nature aspect is so strong.
Because I basically design jewellery from handcrafted from natural materials, so it's quite spot on, kind of everything that you've
Okay,
said.
okay, yeah, that's definitely a creator. To be honest, the moment you came in, I was very much encouraged to read the face because the face of yours is a little bit of a mystery. Why? Because you learned from childhood on maybe, or subconsciously, you learned to show quickly a face to the people, and then people might have the idea, oh, I know this guy. Although there is a lot in the back going on, so there is a lot of mystery things going on around you. You might be a mystery for a lot of people. The tree is someone who wants to protect, who wants to shelter, who wants to give fruit, who wants to give shade to the people, and then therefore the people like to be close to the tree because the tree offers all of that.
In my line of work, it's always about sharing and keeping certain kind of information and how to really portray it. It's really the key. So that is exactly what you've been talking about.
Renee, thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the shape of your face and what that means to you. The shape of your face is a mix of 2 different shapes. One is the so-called jade face, and the other one is the so-called phoenix face. Jade face is a person who is in younger years very often underestimated and kept small, and therefore they want to break free. And the phoenix face gives you a very, very special kind of salt and pepper to your personality. They adore challenge. And nothing better for a phoenix face than to overcome any kind of obstacle. I'm 100% sure in the morning you need something like a kickstart and then boom, the engine's running. Okay,
So I shouldn't do that.
Not that often. Only maybe in days you need that. So in the morning, for example, I would reference a green smoothie. So you give your tree a little bit of minerals, start with that.
Yeah.
You give yourself maybe half an hour more in the morning, and then you start. In the last 3 years that you have been in, and that is a little bit out of the destiny reading, you have been in the phase of change. In that phase,
So true.
that is why you build up so many.
I hope to see you in a consultation or invite me for a workshop or a talk. It would be a pleasure. I see you.